Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Ray Guitar channel, and today we are talking about rapper drama. So Kendrick Lamar decided to throw out a couple of tracks on Drake, one of them being Not Like Us, where one of the lines was,
certified lover boy, certified pet.
And guys, you know, hey, this is the Ray Guitar channel, so I come with clips, I come with receipts. We'll get into it, okay? Now, initially, Drake responded to this, okay? But he only, in his first track that he responded with, he only, talked about, like, the fake kid allegations and stuff. And, like, the rumors of him having a son. So then after he was getting all this hate for, not really talking about all of the other stuff that Kendrick Lamar was accusing him of, he decided to drop The Heart Part 6, where he said, speaking of anything with a child, let's get to that now. The Epstein Angle was the shit that I expected. Why may he have expected that? Well, in this clip, ladies and gentlemen, here is Millie Bobby Brown talking about her relationship and friendship with Drake himself, whenever she was only, 14 at the time.
What about your relationship with Drake? Tell me about your friendship. How did this all come about?
I love him. I met him in Australia, and he's honestly so fantastic and a great friend and a great role model. You know, we just texted each other the other day, and he was like, I miss you so much. I was like, I miss you more. He's coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely going to go and see him. I'm so excited, yeah.
In this clip, she said that he would text her, I miss you so much, and she would text back, I miss you more. A little weird to be texting a 14-year-old that. I gotta say, cannot relate to that one, Drake. I gotta be honest.
Honestly, I wanna die.
Who can relate? Woo!
If it was like your sister or, I don't know, like your cousin, I can understand that. Then it's not really that weird. But they aren't related, so it gets a little weird, but it gets a lot worse, unfortunately. Whenever she's prompted about the kind of advice and things that she talks with Drake about, her very first initial response, and the first thing that pops to her head is that he's giving her boy advice.
What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say?
About boys. He helps me.
What?
Yeah. He's great. He's wonderful. I love him.
What's his advice with boys?
You know, that stays in the text messages.
Why on God's green earth is an adult man, okay? He's like 20, 29 at this point in time. Why is he giving boy advice to a 14-year-old girl? I've talked to my younger family members, and obviously I enjoy talking to them because they're my family and I like spending time with them, but Jesus Christ, there's a really big gap in our interests, okay? My younger family members are in high school, bro, and they're playing Roblox, and I'm like, bruh, if I was ever caught dead playing Roblox while I was in high school, I'd get hung from the rafters. I would literally be strung up by my cock and balls and called a little queer boy. Okay, that's what would have happened. And I would have deserved it, because I would have been a little queer boy for playing Roblox. In this next clip, okay guys, it gets worse. This is an Adam 22 interview with one of Drake's producers, Lil C. Now, obviously, at the time of the interview, she was 18. She was of age, ladies and gentlemen. But she says in this interview, okay, that Drake was a fan of high school women's basketball, and he was supporting their team, and not only just supporting the team, ladies and gentlemen, he was following some of the high school girls on Instagram, and through one of her teammates, he ended up following her.
Okay, so the Drake thing.
Mm-hmm.
You met him, when did you first meet him?
So I played basketball, right? So he really was a fan of not a fan, supported one of my teammates at the time. And
this is when you're in high school?
Yeah, in high school. So he was a fan of women's basketball, high school basketball.
At the time, Drake would have been 29.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I guess that doesn't prove anything. Oh no. If you really want to be a stickler about it, I guess there's no proof there. Now, I will mention, in a song that Drake released whenever he was 32 years old, called Nice for What, he says, high school pics, you was even bad then. So, him being into, high school girls basketball, kind of weird. Women's basketball is already kind of a struggle to watch. I mean, understandably, hey, if you're into it, then you might be into it. But I just don't like seeing a bunch of butch lesbians dunking balls all day. Everyone has their own thing. If he was into the WNBA, that would be a completely different story, okay? You're watching professionals play the sport. But he's a big supporter and fan of amateur, not even college level women's basketball, which would be another thing. I mean, it's still more or less amateur, but you're into children playing basketball and you don't even know anyone on the team. You don't have any family on the team. Yeah, I've never ever in my entire life gone to a random school and decided to watch their high school sports. Here's one clip that I'm gonna have to question, okay? At the very least, I'm gonna have to wonder a couple of things, okay? I'll let the clip speak for itself.
Started when footage from a 2010 Drake concert began circulating the internet. Footage where a 23-year-old Drake invites a girl from the crowd on stage, dances with her, smells her hair, massages her shoulders, puts his arms around her, and then starts to kiss her neck.
In the clip that you just watched, Drake pulled a girl up on stage, and he grabbed her boobies, he kissed her on the neck in a sexual manner, and then whenever he asks how old she is, she says 17. Okay, maybe she's 17 and 6 months. Maybe she's halfway to being 18. He plays it off, he kind of makes a joke of it. He didn't know at the time, alright? And that would be one thing, but then he goes on to continue to kiss her and kiss her on the lips in front of everyone on stage. I don't know, that's just kind of sus. Given I am a high IQ individual, I can notice patterns whenever they start popping up. And ladies and gentlemen, I think we might have a pattern here. But who am I? I'm just a crazy retard on the internet. So, make up your own mind. But ladies and gentlemen, it unfortunately doesn't end there. A while back, a few years ago, Drake was spotted on a date with Haley Baldwin when she was only 18 years old. Okay, well, that's completely legal. That I understand it could be a little bit weird for some of the dumbasses in the crowd, depending how you look at it. But hey, okay, it's legal, it's of age, you can't complain, right? Well, in an interview, she says that she knew Drake for like 5 years, so they knew each other since she was 14.
A year later, in May of 2016, 29-year-old Drake was spotted eating dinner with 18-year-old Hailey Bieber in West Hollywood. Due to their allegedly flirty interaction and Drake wearing a matching H necklace, rumors of them dating began circulating, with Entertainment Tonight even alleging that the two hooked up at Drake's Memorial Day party. However, during this time, Hailey did an interview with E! News, revealing that she'd known Drake for around 4 years at this point, meaning that a 25-year-old Drake first met Hailey when she was just 14.
I hope I don't have to spell this one out for you guys. I hope, I wish, I pray to the great Lord above that this man isn't what I think he is. Ladies and gentlemen, Drake released a song by the name of Jaded, alright, where he said, "We coulda waited, I wasn't rushing. Difference in ages, you're old enough, but you're still a baby." That sounds like a Muslim argument. Like, dude, you're getting into murky, weird territory. And I don't know if you can say stuff like that whenever there's already so much weird shit you're into. Okay? Alright, at the very least, maybe he waits until they're 18. But in that case, this is definitely grooming, okay? He's putting it into their mind. He's talking to underage girls about boys. And then these underage girls are saying, oh, that advice has to stay in the DMs. What could be so strange and weird that you couldn't say it in public? These are supposed to be friendships. These are supposed to be normal, not weird, creepy conversations. Why can she not say it in public on television? It makes you wonder, what the fuck was he saying? Again, we'll touch on Hearts Part 6, one of Drake's responses to Kendrick Lamar, where he says, "I never been with no underage, but now I understand why this the angle that you really mess with. Just for clarity, I feel disgusted. I'm too respected. If I was fucking young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested. I'm way too famous for that shit you just suggested." This motherfucker really acting like P. Diddy wasn't just convicted of horrible, heinous bullshit. He was pretty famous. I don't know. Seems like he got caught for it. Seems like it was under the radar and kind of happening in the dark for a while, and it just recently came to light and was investigated, and he got convicted for it. Kind of weird. R. Kelly was doing some weird, creepy shit, and he was pretty famous, and, he was doing it for a while, and then he finally got caught. Huh, interesting how that works. Bill Cosby, wow, he was doing some weird, creepy shit with women, drugging them and forcing himself upon them while they were under the influence of roofies, not a very consensual act, and he got prosecuted for it, so that's kind of weird. He was also a massive star, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you remember this, but Bill Cosby was very famous and doing some creepy stuff. Ain't that just funny? I also recall Michael Jackson, who was an international world fucking superstar. He was, laying shirtless in bed with little boys. That's kind of creepy. I don't know. Seems like that's not the greatest defense, dude. But okay. Hey, whatever you say, just hand wave it all you want. I don't give a shit. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I don't care too much about all this beef, but it definitely is funny. Okay, like, comment, and subscribe for more videos in the future. Gay Retard out.